2XKO has a lot of mechanics that set it apart from other fighting games, and being a tag fighter normally would be enough, but we've got a lot of that flooding the market right now. But there's one thing that distinguishes 2XKO from the rest, and that's duos. It's duos. But the other one thing is fuses, which is basically a loadout that uniquely influences your gameplay. Think grooves in CVS or arcanas in Arcana Heart. You should be familiar with the current fuses, but here's a quick refresher. Double Down allows you to cancel supers into supers and handshake tag during a super. 2x Assist allows you to use assists twice in one sequence. Freestyle allows you to handshake tag twice in one sequence. Sidekick locks you into one point character without the ability to tag, making your second character dedicated to assist only, as well as super into super cancels, without switching out of course. And Juggernaut, which is just like Sidekick, but you have no access to your second character, meaning no assist, but you get the ability to forcefully switch your opponent's character. Oh, and Juggernaut and Sidekick also share some other similarities, like they both start with a Fury meter instead of a Break meter, and they both have a single super meter that can go up to 5 instead of 3. As well as having more health overall and gaining a defense buff at low health. And those are the fuses that are in the game currently. We could wait for Riot to add more in Season 1, but let's give them some ideas. I got 3 different fuse suggestions here we can explore, and let's see if any of them are any good or if they should stay suggestions. Gang Up. This is a duos only fuse, and how it works is whenever the bench character presses the assist button, they spawn on the field for 8 seconds and has complete control over that character without the need to handshake tag, meaning there are 2 fully controlled characters that can attack and hence jump the opponent, putting them in a blender that makes Freestyle look like a palette knife. Or you could tap into your inner Brawlhalla and orchestrate some nasty gang up combos. Now on the surface this sounds very broken, but here's a few drawbacks. You can't handshake tag. The only way to tag out is by raw tagging or dying, and the cooldown is huge. 15 seconds. This can be reduced by pressing the tag button again to despawn early, but only in the first 4 seconds of your spawning into the field. If you do it after 4 seconds, then you still get the full 15 seconds. Otherwise, you'll get 10. Another drawback is you don't have access to your normal assist, but having 2 full characters kind of covers that. Oh yeah, and if the assist character gets tagged by an attack, they despawn with the max cooldown. And also, when a character dies, that's the only time they can use assist and super assist. I like how 2XKO encourages single play with some fuses like the Juggernaut and Sidekick fuse, and I thought it might be kind of interesting to have a fuse that's duos only to encourage you to use that mode of play more. I just thought it'll give the game some overall variety. Dual Fury. This one's a lot simpler. Your break gauge just becomes a Fury gauge by default, even when you have both characters alive. It's like Sidekick, but you have the option to handshake tag and raw tag, which doesn't sound like much at first, but having constant access to Fury is a lot. And in addition to your point character recovering gray health, the rate of gray health recovery on the assist character will also increase during Fury. Insane, I know, here are some drawbacks. The dual Fury bar would build about 20% slower than the normal Fury bar, and getting your Fury baited would instantly drain it like it's a normal break bar, but it would revert back to a normal Fury bar when one character is down. This fuse is basically a one-shot build, but you have some clear drawbacks. But if you want to have that more explosive type of gameplay while playing along with a friend, here's your fuse. Dual Fury. Resurrection. In this fuse, the 2 characters share a single bar that caps out at 5, but when a character dies, it can build all the way to 6, and while a character is down, you have the option of burning 5 bar to resurrect your down character, or go solo with 6 bars of meter, and assist, and super assist that also drain that same meter. You can resurrect your down character by hitting the opponents with a tag and holding the tag button. The tag character continuing the combo, they just spawn up with half health and taking points. After this is done, the meter goes back to the normal max of 5 bar, and the resurrection cannot be performed again for the rest of that round. Oh, and to prevent a time scam, the health of the resurrected character doesn't count towards the total pool of health when picking who wins after a timeout. This will be indicated by the bar being red instead of green. My thought process of this fuse was, this is a team game. What's a team game without a res? Well, any team game that isn't a battle royale, but that's besides the point. I personally think it'll be really cool cool and would make for some great moments, especially during duos. And that's all the fuses I have for now. If I were to think of ways to balance these fuses some more, maybe the gang up fuse could have some higher scaling when you're doing a gang up combo. And for a resurrection, instead of half health, it could be a little bit lower than that. But, you know, we'll have to wait and see if they do something similar to these, or something completely different. I'd like to know your fuse ideas in the comments. It's been OZI, leave a like, subscribe, and see ya.